hear me? Can they hear me? I'm just now getting my voice back. How many seconds we got till we get this? 13 seconds. Woo! I missed y'all. I'm mad because I don't know what Teddy is. Somebody has relocated him. Teddy got his own channel.
I wonder why the hell so many people are trying to tell me to slow down. Seems like motherfuckers should be shutting the hell up and enjoying the show.
Be hitting the wine glass, dog. What is going on? Oh my God, I've missed you guys. Dang, it's been like, what, 3 weeks? Jeez, man, jeez. But listen. While y'all are rolling in here, okay, you guys know that I'm not going to be able to see your comments until the end of the show. So if you do donate, thank you in advance. But I do want to send my prayers and just, I don't know, just Texas is going through it. My sister's in Texas. I got friends in Texas, and I see a lot of people going through it. I mean, Texas has been going through it for so long, and this time it's bad. Who would have expected out of all the states Texas would get a snowstorm that bad? So I do want to send my deepest prayers that, you know, just everything will be well, okay? And so I just kind of want to start off the show with that. And yeah, so throw up the prayer hands for Texas, okay? And please, if you're watching from Texas, move your ass to Atlanta, please. Just like them people from Louisiana did. What was it, New Orleans? When the levees, they moved their behinds to Atlanta. So y'all ain't got to deal with that no more. I know Texas is cheap, but Atlanta cheap too. Get here before it really get expensive because Tyler Perry is drawing up all the prices, okay? Can y'all hear me good? Can y'all see me good? Y'all see these white teeth? I just use baking soda. That's it. Yeah. We got a strong lineup tonight, okay? Now, if you are not on my Patreon, you should be on my Patreon, okay? Because I release everything over there first exclusively, okay? And so we do have about 3 exclusive interviews. We have some T.I. and Tiny Wine. Woo! It's going to Patreon first, okay? I'm not sure when we're going to put it over here. You guys know that we got to legally vet everything, so y'all need to have that $15 Patreon tier, okay? The winos that are watching now knows, okay? Patreon has some heavy wine. We also got some R. Kelly stuff, okay? I'm going to be exposing everybody that lied and everybody that stole one by one, okay? So y'all need to be in that Patreon. And actually, we got some wine on Sweetie's mom, child. Trinidad Valentine. Who would have knew? Who would have knew that Trinidad Valentine, Trina's mom, Sweetie's mom, who's a cougar? And you will not believe who it is, okay? Y'all better get on over there to Patreon, okay? And we also got some Patreon wine here tonight, so I promised y'all the C.Murder and Monica audio for those that were in Patreon heard it. Whew, that's all I can say. Now, I do want to put out that Monica has denied the allegations that are in this audio, okay? Allegedly. But y'all are going to hear it here, okay, tonight. And y'all can be the judge for yourselves. I say there's 3 sides to a story, okay? There's their side, their side, and your side, the viewer, okay? That's exactly what the third side is, so whatever you take from that. That's why we got juries, okay? Now, who's first? Oh, Tessica. Listen, y'all need to lay off Tessica. Y'all need to lay off Gorilla Glue Girl, okay? She came to the internet because that was the last place that she had to come to, okay? Now, I know a lot of people out here trying to expose her, saying she didn't really put glue in her head. I've seen some videos. I've seen some bloggers. I'm like, y'all got it wrong. I'm talking about why is the part over here and not over here? Because when you take pictures and when you take video, it does appear on the other side, although you saw it in video this way. But when you take a picture, it shows the other way, okay? Don't act like you've never seen that. It's like taking a selfie, and then it's like turning the phone around. It's the same shit, okay? I'm going to need y'all to use common sense, okay, to those that are hating. Now, for those that don't want her to, I guess, cash out on her GoFundMe, I would tell y'all to go to hell, okay? She got 3 children. She been around here traveling. She got the glue out of her head. She only initially asked for $1,500. Everybody else gave more. That's none of nobody else's business, okay? Everybody else always in somebody else's pockets, okay? I'm about to knock over my wine glass. And two, for those of y'all that say, well, how could her hair, if she took a picture and it was pressed down tight and she had a ponytail and she had it in for a month, why is it when TMZ put out the photo, it looked raised up? Because the ponytail was let loose, okay? Y'all know when y'all done left too much gel in your hair and you got that ponytail, that ponytail be tight. But when you release that ponytail, what happens? That new growth starts to come under. Okay, don't act like that. Shout out to Tessica, and you better keep your damn money, okay? Because anybody else out there talking mess wouldn't be donating no $22,000. Keep your money. And if you want to rent Mercedes, if you want to rent Range Rovers, you do it for you and your children, okay? You better get this newfound stardom in hell. I'm about to put some Gorilla Glue in my head so I can get verified on Instagram. I'm tired of this shit now. That's the only thing I'm hating on her about. How she get a blue check for some glue in her head, and I've been out here in the paint. Still ain't got no blue check. Instagram keep telling me, you need more articles, okay? You need more articles. Do you not see my case online? Jesus. Okay, moving on. Shout out to Tessica. Oh, child. b.simone, who we love dearly. I do just want to state this for the record. We have spoke to some parties involved in b.simone's, I guess, plagiarism attempt, okay? We are going to be dropping some exclusive wine on that. We're not going to put it on Patreon first. We're going to let it go on, should we put it on Patreon first? Yeah, we should, but we'll still let it go, okay, on the channel, all right? I just want to let y'all know we got some exclusive wine on b.simone coming up, okay? So stay tuned for that. Now get the hell off my screen, B. What she say? I'm trying to manifest this waste. I'm trying to manifest the drug dealer. And she got a bench playing NBA. Let me shut up. Oh, Aisha has finally, did I say her name right? Aisha? I thought it was Aisha. Aisha, you are the girl that I never had. She has finally gotten the attention that she has wanted. She done got her body back. She done had 3 children at the age of like 24. Now, I really thought she was in her 30s. Is she in her 30s? She's not. She's in her 20s. Her husband looks like her son. I went through that for a very long time until I made my husband grow in a beard. I said, no more. I'm tired of people coming up to me asking me, if you my child, this shit ain't gonna happen no more. She's 31. She 31 now? How old is, what's his name? Stephen. Yeah, I know. But yeah, she's finally gotten the attention that she's wanted, okay? She finally got approval by her husband to do a naked photo shoot. And let me tell you something. When I get this damn belly down and this waist snatch, I'm going to put me a naked photo shoot up too, bro. I'm just going up. It's going up. And ain't no lie. You don't own my body. My husband don't own my body. He in the back here talking shit, talking about that's a lie. We'll see. We'll see. Watch, winos, watch. For my birthday, I'm going to be like this. Bow. Okay? Bow. Y'all see it? That curve coming. Shit. Fuck that shit. Anyway, shout out to Aisha. She done got the attention she's looking for. Mainly Drake, okay? She want Drake to hit that with his wide hips. Moving on. Yeah, Drake got them big hips. Yeah, he ain't the doctor. Now, go ahead and get my green juice. Listen, before we drag his ass, okay, Jaleel White, okay, and before we move on to some exclusive wine from about Wendy Williams as well as C.Murder and Monica and some more shit, we got some sponsors that we need to brag about, which means boldly raise a glass to. Hold that thought. Hold that thought.
See, I enjoy oral sex, but to be honest, some of my experiences have been not pleasing due to lack of proper vaginal hygiene. I went down on this chick once, and the yoni was so good and fresh. It took me on like a whole nother level of just pleasure. So at that moment, I had to stop and ask, what are you using? And she told me, Embrace Pangea Feminine Wash.
We all know that a fresh yoni brings on a whole new level of confidence, so visit embracepangea.com, and of course, I got my winos covered for a discount, so use the coupon code TASHAK for 10% off your first order. To all of you Dr. Sebi followers, I've got something for y'all. Discover the untold story of one of the most important healers of our time in Abelardo Guerrero Jr.'s book titled My Journey with Dr. Sebi. Visit www.myjourneywithdrsebi.com to place your order and receive a free copy of the audiobook with over 4 hours of exclusive content. Let's put the wine down for a second, because at times like this, we need to take a shot of the olive leaf extract, because the olive leaf boosts our immune system and has been known to reverse high blood pressure, lupus, diabetes, and certain cancers. Check them out at myoliveleaf.biz to learn more and to order, or simply click the link below in the description box. Now back to the wine. All right, and we're back. Hope y'all got your olive leaf, your coochie wash, okay? And your herbal book. Is it an herbal book? No, Dr. Sebi. Yeah. It's about Dr. Sebi. Anyway. Okay, Jaleel, bring your ass up on the screen. Okay, come on, Urkel. Now, Urkel out here on some fuck shit. Okay, he, I guess he did a little interview, and he's upset about not being invited to the Emmys. Said it was very hard as a black child actor. It was, okay, especially given the era that you grew up in. I feel like he's asking too much, because I'm trying to understand, why would Urkel need an Emmy? And I say envy. I'm thinking of my makeup artist. Why would Urkel need an Emmy? Oscar, Globe, why? He played one role his whole life. Now, if he wanted an Emmy, why I keep saying envy? She must be on my mind. Some money or something. Anyway, she must probably owe me some money. But if he deserved an Emmy, it was for changing from Urkel to Stefan. That was the only time I was just like, oh, as a little girl, oh my God, even though he had them heavy ass bags under his eyes. Man, how old was he when he was doing that role? But anyway, yes, no, you haven't done enough work. You know, I appreciate you being a part of my childhood. I'm not negating that you worked hard, but I just don't think playing a nerd in one show your entire life warranted you deserving an Emmy. Okay, I'm gonna need you to work just a little harder, and then you gave up when you got older. Have you seen him in any movies? Nothing.
You know, little small roles.
Oh no. He out here on Cuba Gooding Jr. shit. How Cuba Gooding Jr. get a damn, what is that damn award called that they get? Not the Grammy, the Oscar. And now he doing low budget films where the mouth and shit don't match the voice when you hear it. I'm like, what the fuck is this? No, moving on. This gold digging hoe, okay? She need that shop money. Now, if you don't know who this is, it's Sierra Glam Shop from Love and Hip Hop. And this is, I think, B.K. Brasco or some dude, okay? Seems like a very nice guy, okay? He proposed to her. She had the cameras there. She got her footage for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. And then a week later, she was seen out with Alexis Skies. Y'all remember when I told y'all who Alexis Skies? Bald-headed. Well, he was just missing hair in the middle. He had that Tory Lanez shit going on. If you haven't seen Tory Lanez pictures of his hair, you need to Google that shit. But Alexis Scott didn't want to claim her baby daddy at the time because he didn't have no clout nor money. But then when he started selling cars to the stars, now all of a sudden she's sitting up, and I got the video. I need to put that shit out, okay? She's sitting up in the pastor's house with a layer on her lap getting counseling, although she's out tricking on the weekends, okay? But back to these two. So Sierra here was out here literally fucking Alexis Sky's baby daddy business partner. His name's PK something. I forgot. CEO. I don't know. Hold on. Let me look up his damn name so y'all can look his ass up. If y'all give a damn. Hold on for a second. Who? BK Brasco is him. He got them pretty veneers that you got, shit. Sorry, y'all. Just had to throw that in there real quick. You know, my husband, he just can't he's just smiling in bitches' faces. I'm like, close your mouth, okay? That's like, this nigga need to, I'm sorry, he need to close his mouth. Anyway, let me see what his name is. Hold on. I think his name is Eric. So he is Eric, okay? Whitehead. Yes. What is the name of that car company? That's the only thing I don't have, where they go and broker cars for celebrities, okay? And so Alexis Sky had this. PTG 360. That's the name of the broker, the car broker. Yeah, so he's a car broker pretty much. And so, Eric, if you're following me, okay, not this guy. This is the one that proposed. This was a sweet guy, the good guy. Told his baby mama to stay the fuck out of his business. He was trying to start a new life. Baby mama said, "The hell with that. I'm gonna torture this bitch." And so this bitch here decided to fuck her car salesman. That's exactly what the fuck happened, okay? And so now this guy with the nice veneers here and the baby mama that just done fucked up everything. She done fucked up the thing. That's what they say, okay? He online crying that he done lost his woman to a damn car salesman. Let me tell you something about car salesmen, okay? They do a lot of coke and they got nice game, okay? When I say nice game, they can talk your ass into anything. You go into the dealer for a Dodge Neon, you walk out the dealer with a goddamn Toyota Highlander with $700 payments, okay, your credit bad. That's exactly how good they are, okay? And being that Sierra had access to TV, now, she don't know this here. Let me tell you something about Alexis Sky's baby daddy and his business partner, the one that she left her fiance for, okay? That literally got on his knee in front of everybody, planned her party, you know what I'm saying, did it real nice, and she went and fucked her car salesman. He only fucked her because he was trying to fuck his way on television. Now, watch what I tell you, okay? And she gonna be begging his ass to come back and be a daddy to her kids. That ain't his. Now, watch what I tell you. Moving on. These whores just get on my nerves. Oh, Britney! Free Britney! Y'all, I am following this and I am trying to get with Britney Spears people because we are going to document it all. Now, I heard her pappy, and let me tell you what her pappy has done, but this ain't public record. You know how it's easy to get a autism diagnosis or ADHD diagnosis on your children? Well, he don't work this bitch to the bone, to the point where she ain't got one hip bone left, okay? When she be online, all you see is her upper body. You don't see nothing else beyond that. It's just like, I don't know. Anyway, it looks like she's dancing in a mental asylum, although it is her house. I guess he wanted it to mimic that because her dad apparently controls all of that. And I don't understand how your daddy to this day, after he done pimped you his entire life, okay, is still getting $8 million a year. And this woman here, okay, who is responsible for inventing the coronavirus in the Wuhan lab. I'm just playing. She's a lawyer. I'm just playing. I ain't know my Trumps in here. They come from China, okay? They come from China. And that was just a joke. But anyway, and so apparently there's a documentary being filmed, okay? And Daddy, I guess, is in charge of the documentary. And everybody is being exposed one by one, okay? Including Mrs. Lisa Wu here. What's her name? Hold on for a second. I'm sorry, y'all. This is so bad. This is so bad. It's the coffee. What's her name? Vivian Thoreen, okay, not Lisa Wu. I'm sorry, Vivian Thoreen. Lisa Wu is from that Real Housewives of Atlanta, ain't she? Yeah, sorry about that, girl. I ain't mean that. You know, you my friend. But so yeah, apparently she's been taking a little bit off the top, $3.2 million a year to be exact, okay, from one of her clients. And so when it came out that she was working for Britney Spears' dad, and she was actually one of the lawyers on, you know, his team, helping him to steal from his daughter, and he actually had his daughter committed. I meant to say that earlier. So apparently he has on paper, and the reason why she can't get her daddy released, okay, and she can't live her own life is because he done diagnosed Britney with damn autism. And from the looks of her videos, I mean, he got the judge looking at that bitch like it's maybe something a little wrong. I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want the Autism Foundation coming after me. I'm just saying her daddy done set it up very well. She ain't never take care of her children. He done use that in court, saying that the baby daddy is the mama, you know what I'm saying? And she out here meeting guys online with no money, and he is here to protect his daughter from the guys that are trying to dick her down and steal from her. Now, the only difference between her dad and these guys is her dad ain't giving her dick. Now, I'm sure by the looks of her dad and the lengths that he's gone to, given that her former lawyer just up and popped up and died unexpectedly before they were supposed to go to trial, okay? He would probably be laying dick to his daughter too, okay? And then tell the judge she autistic, she don't know what she talking about. I don't see, let me stop. Move on with the snow roaches. Let me stop. We're getting too deep here. Who is this? Oh, now, we about to get into some wine. I hope y'all ready. I can't even move my chair. Hold on. Now, Dr. Dre is going through a very nasty divorce, okay? Now, the plan was, because, he was in the hospital, almost kicked the bucket. Kicked that bitch, you know what I'm saying? And he didn't. But guess who had to take care of him while he was in the hospital? Wifey, okay? So he went ahead and gave Wifey $2 million a month that she was asking for, okay? Along with, some extra stuff. And she had to take care of him because he couldn't trust none of his side bitches to do it. And he had plenty of them, okay? I think we got a picture of the side bitch somewhere. Wish we could put the side bitch on the other side of the screen. So he did what he had to do. You know what I'm saying? He was like, listen, I don't want her to literally pull the plug on me. Although if I were her, I probably would have said, take his ass off the machine. She would have got all that shit anyway. But he went ahead and gave her the money. You know what I'm saying? He kissed her ass until he was able to get out the hospital. Now, let me tell you where things are taking a turn now. So he's trying to keep it amicable. Is that how you say it? Amicable? Yeah, amicable between him and the wife that he literally beat for many years. Okay, cheated on her, gave her, STDs, allegedly. I have to say that, because the word on the street is he got that package. But, Eazy-E was his friend. Can they hear me when I said that? I'm just saying they had a lot of things in common. That's what word on the street is. I'm just saying, I heard. So he's trying to keep things amicable with his wife, and guess what happens? Moniece Slaughter's skinny ass, her mouth is bigger than her entire body, gets on the internet and she done fucked up his entire plan, okay? Now, she gets on the internet after, may I add, April is getting impatient. He done bought this woman jewelry. He paying her rent, okay? He buying her cars and shit. And she just wanted somebody, okay? She just wanted somebody to know that she was fucking Dr. Dre. Now, this is a pretty big fucking deal. We're talking about Dr. Dre. Women are willing to get their asses whooped, dragged, and even chlamydia to lay up with this motherfucker, okay? Allegedly. Let me say they're heavy. Because I heard he like to pull threats out of this motherfucker. But, we ain't scared over here at Keep It Studios. Okay, I'm from the streets, too. And I'm going to run my ass on down to the police station. Anyway. And so, April got a little impatient. The divorce is taking too long. He's promised her that he's going to make her number one and that he was going to marry her. But she got a little impatient, and so she called the paparazzi on herself. Think about it. Who knew Dre was going to be pulling up to a restaurant in a hearse? Okay? Did you see that? It was a hearse with rims, all right? I was just like, that is very disturbing, okay? It's like you're just bringing death into your spirit. You know what I'm saying? But anyway. So he gets out of the hearse limo with April in the back. She puts up the hand with the tattoo so that you can identify her. That bitch called the paparazzi on everything. That ain't no allegedly, okay? Because she was impatient with Dre's divorce, and she wanted it to be known that she had done moved up from being a fucking beard. Hold on. Are you following me here? Am I making sense? Okay, now. She ain't part of the beard game no more. She is done covering for Armarion and his situation with Chris Stokes. She's done. Okay? She's done looking like she's the whore she is. She's done. She's like, I done lied for you, been a beard. You wasn't fucking me, so I start fucking your best friend, even though both of y'all done fucked the same man. I'm tired, I'm done. So she done moved up, and she needed this to solidify her. Now the blogs are talking. Then Moniece carries her big mouth ass. That's the only thing she got going for her. She's a real pretty girl, but her mouth is bigger than her entire body, okay? Mouth is bigger than her entire life because she ain't got shit going on. And don't nobody give a damn about you being Fizz, baby mama. Who gives a fuck? We know what Fizz like, okay? That's why he don't even respect your ass. That's why no woman around him stayed around, okay? Learn how to fuck. Let me stop. Almost crossed the line there. I ain't even drinking. So yeah. So Moniece gets on the internet running her big ass mouth, and what does she do? Like she always does, she starts to cry. Dr. Dre threatened me. Well, he had a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend that was his cousin friend and a brother, and then it was a sister, and a boyfriend of the sister called me and tell me I needed to mind my business. Like, bitch, yeah, you needed to mind your motherfucking business, okay? What's her name? April ain't got shit to do with you or your baby daddy no more. She ain't got no children from this man, okay? She done cleared up her bacterial infection since he likes to go in the booty. You know, listen, that door is closed. It is done. And you up here jealous. It sounded like a hater. The girl done moved on. She was willing to get her ass beat. She was willing to be a beard for one man. What makes you think she ain't gonna be willing to get her ass beat for a check? Okay, so look at what she's been through. Leave her the fuck alone. I just want to appreciate that. Listen, if you gonna be about that life, I know Moniece, she don't care for me because I done messed up her whole little marriage boot camp thing, okay? The same thing you done did to April, came out here running your mouth, talking about this man buying her a car and he wanted to wife her. You mad because I done fucked up your marriage boot camp scam, okay? And that's exactly what that is. Now watch her ass load up the Instagram and say, Tasha K is a fucking liar. No, she got rid of that broke ass man because she knew I was gonna drop them damn pictures, okay? Now, mind your business. Mind the business that pays you. That's my business. To out April, not you. You don't get paid for it. And then you start crying when you spill the wine. I'm sorry, tea. When you spill the tea, we spill wine over here. You start crying. You can't cry and tell people business. You can't fucking do that. Why they do that? There's no crying in baseball. Moving on. Do we need to take a break? Because I'm hot. This damn coffee. We got some sponsors that we need to brag about, which means boldly raise a glass to. Let's go. To all of you Dr. Sebi followers, I've got something for y'all. Discover the untold story of one of the most important healers of our time in Abelardo Guerrero Jr.'s book titled My Journey with Dr. Sebi. Visit www.myjourneywithdrsebi.com to place your order and receive a free copy of the audiobook with over 4 hours of exclusive content. Let's put the wine down for a second because at times like this, we need to take a shot of the olive leaf extract because the olive leaf boosts our immune system and has been known to reverse high blood pressure, lupus, diabetes, and certain cancers. Check them out at myoliveleaf.biz to learn more and to order, or simply click the link below in the description box. Now back to the wine.
See, I enjoy oral sex, but to be honest, some of my experiences have been not pleasing due to lack of proper vaginal hygiene. I went down on this chick once and the yoni was so good and fresh. It took me on like a whole nother level of just pleasure. So at that moment, I had to stop and ask, what are you using? And she told me, Embrace Pangea Feminine Wash.
We all know that a fresh yoni brings on a whole new level of confidence, so visit embracepangea.com, and of course, I got my winos covered for a discount, so use the coupon code TASHAK for 10% off your first order. Shout out to the Pangea guy, Mike. We need to have him back on the show. What you think? Right here looking at him. Anyway. Who's next? I hope y'all having a good time. And I was gonna say, anyway, I need my husband to leave the room so I can really get into this story, because he be looking at me and shit, and then he want to go pull up women on the internet talking about, well, she look good, because he trying to get back at me. But anyway, Megan Thee Stallion has fucked down. I don't understand. I know she's gonna listen, rest in peace to her mom. I'm not trying to throw shade or nothing like that, but she's gonna be on the internet again to he shot me. I miss my mama and my grandma. He shot me. When his ass busts into that damn bathroom we heard on that live and beats the shit out of her because he thinks she in there either doing coke or another bitch. Because that's exactly what happened. Now, she has confirmed, because Party made her ass get on the internet and clear up those rumors that he was beating her ass, okay? And that he wasn't that type of guy. And why is he keeping her a secret? Why is she keeping him a secret? So she got her ass up there telling me, that's my baby. Oh, I love him. You know what I'm saying? He's good. Girl, listen. The reason it was so good to Megan, and the reason why it was so, why she never came forward, same reason why, same thing she did with Tori, is because it was good. You know, it's good when you keep it to yourself when it's a secret. You know what I'm saying? But when you got all these opinions now coming into your head, it's like putting your relationship on a reality show. Guess what happens? You start to feed all of those thoughts, start to get into you, right? And they start to become you. And when you trying to come, he on top, he pumping and he huffing and buffing and shit. And he fine too. You know what I'm saying? So it's easy. And when he pumping and shit, you know what I'm saying? You thinking of all the shit folks done said online, and your ass can't bust a nut. Where's Teddy? Look, I ain't got no support. But I'm just saying, that's what happens. That's why you need to keep your shit to your damn self. Now, if you want to fuck down, because I understand how you go from Tory Lanez, real little, he had a little money, to somebody that's real broke. Like, come the fuck on. Party done wrote a few songs for Cardi B, and that's it. That's why his ass was itching to go public with you. Because he trying to get at your check, because he know that your mama, your grandmama, and Jay-Z don't give a shit about who in the fuck spend your money, okay, as long as they get it. Did I say that right? Yeah, did I say that right? I'm gonna need her. Listen, you're new. And what they tell you, what did they tell you? What your mama them tell you when you got something good going for yourself? Listen, you supposed to, first of all, a nigga like Party, you ain't supposed to tell nobody you fucking him, okay? He too broke. He ain't got no type of status. He don't get you into no motherfucking clubs. He can't even sign contracts for you. This is Kevin Hunter right here. This is Kevin Hunter. He just look better, okay? You ain't supposed to tell nobody. You ain't supposed to tell nobody you supposed to fuck him behind closed doors, okay? Now, if he wanted everybody to know he was messing with you, he should have claimed you first. Instead, he was throwing emojis and stuff. He should have said, that's my woman, but instead he wanted you to put it out there so that it would solidify him and get him some more followers, because he was at 400,000. Now he probably at 572. Moving on. I'm done. What'd you say? What did you say, Shaq? What did he say, Shaq? Shaq
said, huh?
Shaq said he thought a broke nigga said something. Oh my, yeah, this one is broke though. So, Takashi has ran out of lyrics, ran out of producers, ran out of images for music videos, ran out of directors, okay? I'm tired of seeing Mrs. Plasticana in a video. I'm sure all the men like that, to each his own, okay? But I'ma just need, listen, because this Meek Mill shit is funny. But Takashi set his ass up, okay, just to get them views on that music video, because he knows that his music is trash. He said that, okay? If you've seen that documentary on Hulu, it's a very good documentary. He didn't approve it, but there's some quotes in there where he says he knows his music is trash, but he knows that he can get the clout, okay? And he used Meek Mill and his beef online to get the clout, because, you know, that's what pumps him up. But this is what I'm going to need 6ix9ine to do. I'm going to need 6ix9ine to sit down and consult with Jimmy Smacks. And he's going to need to roll his ass on over to fucking OnlyFans, okay? Because all this ass we seeing, all him, you know, bouncing ass, you know, put his dick behind this and showing all these women. Just go on and just open up an OnlyFans and fucking for a check. Because at this moment, nobody is buying your music. Have you heard that song? Have you fucking heard that trash? The only good thing about that video was that shot that he had of Meek Mill saying that Meek Mill had fucked up. It is time. It has been time for 6ix9ine to retire and take off that motherfucking toupee of a mustache, of a fucking beard. It's gotta go. He done glued that bitch on. I ain't never seen no goddamn beard start from here, okay? Start from here. That shit, he done fucking glued that on. That's some damn costume. Anyway, moving on. Get them the fuck off my screen. Need to fucking retire. Oh! This ain't the right picture. She ain't light enough. Y'all know that we broke this story on Mrs. Cosby, Mary Cosby. This is a Virgin Mary here, according to her, because she says she ain't sleeping with her grandpappy, okay? And her baby was made by artificial insemination, okay? And she had a baby and married her grandfather with her grandmother's permission, okay? Now, if you don't know who she is, catch her out on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, okay? You will get to know, okay? Mrs. Evangelical, the bleaching queen, okay? The bleaching preacher queen, whatever. Anyway, and so she has now come out to say that, you know, she is not sleeping with her grandfather. And I knew this was going to happen, because if y'all saw my video, I told her stepson. Was it her stepson? But it was so messy. It was so messy. That video went viral too. But anyway, her stepson came on and said that, you know, she married the grandfather. The grandfather coerced her when she was young into marrying him. He was sleeping with her and, you know, waiting on the grandmother to kick the bucket. I mean, it's just a mess, okay? And they own a church. And somehow they was able to take the grandmother's church, everything that she had built, okay, including his ass, and raise this little bitch, because this is the grandmother's. This girl here is the grandmother's granddaughter, like her actual granddaughter, okay? Her daughter's daughter. Fucking her husband. I just cannot. Oh, and he done ate the grandmama pussy too, and now he kissing her? What the fuck they do that at? They can't. But she instead, okay, she wanted to go and bleach herself. She went to Italy for like 3 years, came back white with the church's money. I mean, I think I got audio on her. I'm going to put it in Patreon. I am. It's in my email. I got audio on her, like literally forcing the congregation to give her money, okay? Because she likes nice things. Now, her newest thing is, and I said something about this in the interview that we did. I said, you know, I think she's going to use this show as a ploy to, you know, basically start her divorce from her grandfather. So she's going to make the grandfather look bad while she looks good, okay? But it's not working. But for her to come out and say she doesn't like, you know, she hasn't had sex with her grandfather in years because she prefers white men. I'm just like, you done went and got your skin bleached. Took 3 years to bleach her skin. I have a picture of her. She was chocolate. I'm talking about chocolate. Pretty and chocolate like my daughter. Motherfucking dark skin like Godiva. And now she white, plastic, looking like Michael Jackson's. Let me shut up. Rest this off. Anyway. But I'm just trying to figure out. You like white men. You done bleached your skin white. You on this show throwing your granddaddy and your husband under the bus and your baby father. Okay, your baby father. Who you fucking? Who is the white man that you fucking? Let me find his ass married now. You done blocked my ass on Instagram. But you know I'm going to find that snow roach. I sure am. Moving on until I come back. Man, why y'all ain't choose the picture with the gold teeth? This man done divorced his wife, holding hands with his mistress who he's never gonna fucking marry. Ever. At this point, she's just, I don't know. Anyway, so Kevin is pretty mad at me. He don't want to block me on Instagram. He's so pissed I done put out them damn recordings and done fucked up the plan. So he, I guess, you know, started an Instagram, has a vegan restaurant, you know, with Serena. Serena says that her, you know, I guess her best thing to cook is some vegan pancakes. It's 3 ingredients. Now, everybody knows what those 3 ingredients are, okay? Everybody knows. It's egg, banana, and cinnamon, okay? Those are vegan, gluten-free pancakes. 3 ingredients. You ever want to make them, get you some banana, make sure it's very ripe, put it in a bowl with some eggs and some cinnamon. Huh? Oh, shit. That's paleo. My bad. Those are the paleo pancakes, the whole 30. Use that one. But the vegan, which ones is she using for? But she must be using, she got to be using the box upstairs, which just add water. Shit. So she add water and sugar to the box. Or oatmeal, probably, yeah. So I guess she done made him he doing a vegan Italian restaurant. You know, she's doing a vegan restaurant. They both using Wendy's money. You know, Wendy calling their ass out. But I just don't understand how his ass is on social media lying, talking about, Serena, was a mother to little Kevin. That's her son. You know, doing all this shit. Stuff that Kevin would never do. Have you ever seen him do an interview? Have you ever seen Kevin do it? I don't even think, honestly, that's Kevin on Instagram. Because the way Serena blocked my ass when she found out I started following her, that bitch said blocked. And she was in the comments just giving it up, okay? She got a certain blogger on the internet putting out her every detail, okay? Making her seem as if she's golden and she's good and she's always going to be, okay? The bitch he'll never marry. Because he told me he ain't getting married no more. He's done. Okay? And all Serena gonna do, let me zip up my pants. Shit. All Serena's gonna do is marry his ass and take half of what Wendy done gave him, okay? Now, he claimed he know how to make money, and I don't understand. Now, shout out to all the barbers out here, but barbershops, unless you got about 40 barbers in that motherfucker, it's hard to make money unless you laundering, unless you using that motherfucking place to launder, because he down there with a barbershop with no motherfucking hair. He's bald head, so I don't know what the fuck he's gonna cut or advertise to cut. But I don't personally feel that it's Kevin running that Instagram. I think it's Serena. Serena has always wanted to talk. And if you've watched Wendy Williams' documentary, she said that she saw Serena outside her house taking pictures because Serena was ready to bust the whole damn thing out. I've had people come to me on her behalf saying that she wanted to sit down with me, but literally when I told her about her side dude, she was done. She was like, you know, I thought you was for me. I thought we'll be able to get some understanding, but you out in my shit. Yeah, girl, you sleeping with a man that you're calling your cousin, okay? And Kevin was funneling the money to that guy. Let me shut up, because I don't want to get myself messed up and no fed. It ain't none of my business, okay? But no, that is not Kevin really running the Instagram. It's Serena, because she's always wanted to talk. Kevin is not the type to seek public clout, and she's running that Instagram because she's the one that's always on it. So I just wanted y'all to just beware of that. That is not him, and the way he's typing and going, I'm telling you, that is not Kev. It's not Kev, and I'm calling him Kev like we're friends. We were for a second. You know, I got some good stories. Elevated this platform. I saved you, and I saved Wendy, okay? I set y'all free. Moving on. This damn coffee is working. Yeah. Okay, listen, what we got after this? Okay, now before we get ready for the C.Murder audio, Monica ass done been all the way exposed, child. Her mama, her Master P. Okay, I told y'all better get on my Patreon, because I'll drop some stuff and won't bring it out here for a whole nother month. Now, some stuff, depending on supply and demand, okay, I may drop it on YouTube.
To be honest, some of my experiences have been not pleasing due to lack of proper vaginal hygiene. I went down on this shit once, and the yoni was so good and fresh. It took me on like a whole nother level of just pleasure. So at that moment, I had to stop and ask, what are you using? And she told me, Embrace Pangea Feminine Wash.
We all know that a fresh yoni brings on a whole new level of confidence, so visit embracepangea.com, and of course, I got my winos covered for a discount, so use the coupon code TASHAK for 10% off your first order. To all of you Dr. Sebi followers, I've got something for y'all. Discover the untold story of one of the most important healers of our time in Abelardo Guerrero Jr.'s book titled My Journey with Dr. Sebi. Visit www.myjourneywithdrsebi.com to place your order and receive a free copy of the audiobook with over 4 hours of exclusive content. Let's put the wine down for a second, because at times like this, we need to take a shot of the olive leaf extract, because the olive leaf boosts our immune system and has been known to reverse high blood pressure, lupus, diabetes, and certain cancers. Check them out at myoliveleaf.biz to learn more and to order, or simply click the link below in the description box. Now back to the wine. Okay, we're back. Sorry. I'm behind the scenes literally yelling at the devil right now. How are we doing, guys? I want to start the audio. I don't want to make y'all wait no more. But it's messy. But before I start, though, how are we doing on the output? Am I buffering? Okay. Did y'all see Monica? Hold on. Let me go to YouTube. Give me a second. How y'all doing out there? Is it buffering? We can see it here. Hold on. I don't see it. Hold on. I don't see it. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second before we start this audio. Okay. It is stuttering. Okay. Yeah, it's stuttering. So this is what we're probably, let me see. Still not. Okay. Let's go ahead and get it. Y'all let me know if it's buffering. We will start a new live, okay? But I'm going to go ahead and play this audio. But before, I need y'all to remember, did y'all see Monica post to her story who sent her a basket and he got a whole woman putting money on his books, child? Yeah, C.Murder. Okay, let's go ahead and get this audio started. Let's go.
Therapy. Are you in therapy now? Like at this very moment?
Yeah, like,
No.
oh, okay, because you was like, I'm in therapy. I was like, is she in therapy right now? Okay. Okay. Okay, cool.
That'd be weird.
Okay.
I mean, like, periodically, I have to go because, you know, sometimes we carry, when you carry things that have occurred,
Yes.
you have to talk your way through it.
Okay. Okay, cool.
So, but anyway, so he was under the impression, and some people close to him were under the impression that some things have been negotiated on his behalf. He wasn't going to get an actual presidential pardon from Trump because he could not technically get a pardon directly from Trump. However, they've been negotiating some things with his connections, with Trump's connections, in order to have gotten him released also. So it doesn't look like it happened. So there's that on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is he serving life? I can't remember. It's been so long.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's got a life, no parole. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And the sad thing is, you know, the sad thing is that you have people who are publicly championing for this man. And I don't have anything against Corey. Let me just start that off. I don't have anything against Corey.
Okay.
He was probably the best boyfriend in a relationship that I've ever had. Like, personally, between he and I.
Okay.
Outside of whatever he did with other people, like as far as fighting niggas in the street, that had nothing to do with me. But as far as how he and I were, the bonds we had back then, he was an amazing friend and boyfriend for me at that time in my life. You know, he supported me when my dad got sick, and when my dad died, and I supported him while he was in jail. And we started off as friends, which is why our bond was really close back then. Okay. But when I said in the message, but I was on the phone with T-Mone when she didn't help me with shit. But when I said, you know, in the message, he's guilty, he is not guilty of pulling a trigger and shooting anyone in that club that night.
Okay.
But Corey he had progressed into some different type of drugs. He used to be the dude that just drank and smoked weed. But he started to do a little bit harder shit back then. Okay. And it made him snappy. Okay? So he was never snappy toward me. He never put his hands on me. I never had those issues with him. Okay? And I know he done to other people, but not to me. But prior to the situation at that nightclub that night, you know what? Honestly, nobody has ever gotten this story. You and my therapist, I don't know why the hell I'm talking to, but nobody has ever gotten this story. Okay? Oh, wow. So, thank you. To what happened, but you know, honestly, my therapist told me I need to start getting this shit out and stop holding on to things, because what happens is it becomes my baggage, right? Okay. And it becomes my guilt, you know, and I ain't doing that. Right. So anyway, you want an exclusive? Yes. Go on. Okay. Prior to that night with the club and the fight and all that that happened with the boy, right? Corey had gotten into it at another club, and it was with the bouncers, because he has this, you're a better celebrity, like, do you know who I am type shit. Yeah. He had one of them moments in his life, okay? And he was in a club, and the bouncer told him that he had to get searched before going into the club. So they have like a little area where they take your money and check your IDs and all that, and you go through a metal detector or whatever, and you go into the club, right? He didn't feel like he should have been checked because he's a celebrity. And he felt like just him being in the club was making them money. So he didn't want to abide by the same rules that you and I would have had to if we would have gone to the club. Okay? Okay. So they were like, well, you're not getting in the club. I don't give a fuck who you are. We're not letting nobody in without checking them. Because, you know, in New Orleans and in Baton Rouge, crime is so motherfucker. Like, everybody's shooting everybody out there. You know what I'm saying? Yes. So these clubs are trying to be careful, because you shoot up a club, that club owner can lose his club, especially if he didn't take the right precautions. So Corey refused to let the guy search him. The guy called Corey, I think, like a bitch or something when Corey turned his back. and he turned around and started shooting at people. Okay? Now, hold on to that. Rewind. Prior to that club incident, this is something that never made it to the media. This is something that you're sincerely, you and his family and me really don't want to know this. So prior to him shooting up the club, he got into a fight in Calio, in the projects, right?
Okay.
And mind you, he was always in the Calio. He actually had an apartment in the Calio. He spent more time there than in his house. He was unable to let go of the ghetto. And that's one of the major reasons that him and P got into it. They actually got into a real fist fight. And I ain't never seen no shit like that before, but them two big niggas and they could fight. But that's one of the major reasons that P wasn't really talking to Corey anymore, because he couldn't get the fuck out of the ghetto. You know, you have a brother who made a way for you and your siblings to literally get out of the circumstances you were in, and you just can't let it go because he was popular. And he couldn't let go of that popularity, right?
Okay.
So that was that. But prior to that shooting at the club, Corey had gotten into it with one of the dudes he grew up with. Okay, so they had gotten into an argument in the parking lot of the Calio.
Okay.
And they got into a fist fight. Okay, in which the guy may have gotten the better of Corey. I'm trying to say this nicely, Tasha. I don't know. You want me to be
No, go ahead. Yeah, he whooped his ass?
He got his ass beat a little bit.
Okay. I figured that's what you were trying to say.
A lot, he got his ass beat a little bit.
I figured that's what you were trying to say.
He lost.
Okay.
It was the nigga was quick with his hands. So anyway, he lost that fight. So rather than take that fight like a man, until you got your ass whooped, what does Corey gonna do? He gonna run, grab his gun, and he chased the nigga through the project, shooting at him. This is literally like, I want to say 2 to 3 weeks prior to him shooting up that club. Okay?
Okay.
And then after that was the Steven situation. So it was a pattern of him getting angry and shooting at people. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now, when you get to Steven in that club, I feel like I want to park backwards. I don't like people pulled up behind my car. I don't like this. I'm sorry, I'm from New York. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so you get, so you have the first pattern of him getting into the fight in the projects, and then you have the next incident of him going to the club and didn't want to get searched. Now, fast forward. I live in Houston. I have been dating Corey for a few years.
Okay.
And not gonna lie, I thought I was in love. I was completely done. My mom used to yell at me about this nigga and everything because I was in school at University of Houston, and he would, book a flight for me, and I would just fly to New Orleans without even telling nobody. So one minute I could be in English class, and the next minute I was on Bourbon Street. And my mama was mad, and she would say shit like, you can't just leave the fucking state without telling somebody where you are, because if you come up missing, ain't nobody gonna know where to find you. I was dumb, young, didn't think anything of it. And so, I could probably pull up flight workers or whatever, because he was on booking a flight with his credit card. So I'm not like the she flies plane bitch. That bitch met him after he was locked up, thought she was gonna have a celebrity upon his freedom.
Who, Monica?
No, girl, the big, I think her name is Chloe or something. The one when Monica came out saying that she was gonna help Corey get out, and then the girl was like, Monica who? That bitch.
Oh, okay.
She never seen this nigga under the free sun. She only met that nigga when he was Jewish. Anyway, so I had been flown to.
Hey guys, listen, can you hear me in the back? Okay, it's Tasha. I see a lot of you guys having questions. I was going to add more context at the end, but I see a lot of you guys are confused. Okay, so I cannot reveal the woman who's talking, but she is the ex of C.Murder. Now, if you follow C.Murder in his case and what happened, he's always stated that he was innocent. There was a pardon supposed to come down the pipe by Trump, but it did not happen. And that's why Monica and Master P and all them were on social media arguing a while back. This was before Trump had gotten out of office. Well, the ex-girlfriend has come forward to say that she was there in the club that night and C.Murder did kill him. Now, what she gets into is, you know, more specifics about her being a girlfriend. At the same time, C.Murder was dating his baby mom as well as 15-year-old Monica with her parents' permission, okay? And also she's going to reveal some information about Master P and why he never wanted to help his brother and why he never really cared for Monica. So now that you guys are on track, okay, I'll go ahead and let the rest of the audio play, okay? Let's get into it.
Indiana, per usual, and Corey was like, you know, he wants to go to the club. He was in a bad mood that day. And I was like, I don't think we should go to no club. Like, I don't want to go to the club because you've been acting real crazy. But he was insistent upon going to the club. So I'm a little bit bougie. I'm not like, don't read this the wrong way. But, you know, sometimes the bitches in New Orleans be kind of roughneckish. Okay? Yes. I'm not like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to fight at the club, bitch. I just want to eat some crab legs and drink my own girls and go home. We don't fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck. But those girls in that particular area, there was always fights at that club. Like, whether they were in a parking lot or in the club, it was always rowdy as hell. And that's just not my particular personality. Okay. So, anyway, he wants to go. Everybody wants to go. And I literally know the name of every single individual who was there, they was driving everything. Anyway, so we go to the club. And I was like, can we just go bowling instead? Because I didn't want to go into the main part of the club because they ghetto was fun. Okay? He was like, quit tripping, you bougie or whatever. And, you know, next thing you know, Steven comes up. And he was excited. He was real excited. Okay. He was like being one of the real loud fans. Like, you know, somebody saw you out in public and think, oh, Tasha, hey, girl. Hey, Tasha. Let's say you were in the grocery store, right, or something, whatever, you know? Okay. And they just over the top, loud. I'm sure it's happening for them. And so, Corey made the comment, say, bruh, shut up with all that loud ass shit. You can bring that shit down, howling all in my ear and shit. And the guy, Steven, kind of stopped for a minute. He looked at him like, and he said, man, nigga, fuck you. And he went off. The reason he did that, I can't speak for the young man, but my perception is you embarrassed him. He was a fan who was happy to see you, and you checked him for being excited and happy to see you in front of other people who were laughing. So he started talking shit or whatever. And yes, a fight did happen. The first person to the swing, well, I don't know if I can name a name, but his cousin was the first person to the swing, and everybody started fighting. Okay. His ass, okay? Okay. Now, here's why I got hurt. You already beat the boy up, right? Okay. The boy beat up. You know, you got to, and everybody in their family tall. It ain't, with only short, it's probably wrong. Everybody in their family tall. A bunch of big-ass New Orleans niggas. You already beat the boy up. Why didn't we just turn around and lose? Why did Corey have to look at the trigger man and say, bro, handle that? That's when the gunshots went off. Oh, wow. He not said, bro, handle that. That would have never been handled. So I was screaming. I put on my full white girl hat that day because I was screaming like a white girl steering wheel. I was like, I'm going to shoot you. I'm going to get the fuck out of here. I was like, why are we shooting? Like, that's not my thing. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And the truth of the matter is, when Corey is not with his goons, he's not like that. This don't sound so ignorant. When he's with a raw crowd of people, he carries himself in a certain way. When he's not with that crowd, this nigga likes to read books. He likes to put together puzzles. He watches, like, education shit on TV. But as soon as he gets around them knuckleheads from the project, he's a knucklehead too. You understand what I'm saying? Uh-huh. He kind of is a chameleon. You become who you're around. You know? So that night, you know, I was upset, I was shaking, I just kept asking, like, is he okay? Is he okay? Because nobody stayed around to find out. You know? And so now you said, I don't know which part of the story you want to hear. as far as he and Monica were concerned, they were together for like 2 years. A lot of their relationships, they were both traveling. You have to remember, you know, No Limit was doing this thing. They were real hot back then. Monica was really getting her momentum during that time. He was still with Dion during that time, too. Dion is his children's mother. So she was never exclusively with Corey. They were never like in an exclusive. People just took it that way because she's a celebrity. He was also semi-celebrity at times. I mean, he was celebrity, she was celebrity, and they made it to Word Up magazine. So, you know what I'm saying? So everybody knew, you know. Not saying there was nothing between them, but the stories that he told me, the stories that his family told me, the fact that his grandmama couldn't stand her, it wasn't like the hood fairy tale that everybody thought it was the same.
What was it?
She was a young girl. Monica at the time was, let me say what I did ask for, because I know one time I said to Mom, why was you so old fucking with that girl? I did say that to him. And he was like, you know, he never really thought about it like that, that actually he had talked to her mama about it. Her mama was cool with it. A lot of girls in the industry was fucking with older guys at that time. And he promised her mother that he wouldn't mistreat her or some shit. And she was really mature for age. The same type of excuse that niggas give when they do fucked up shit. Because really, why would you go over with a girl? You know what I'm saying? She was 16 at the time when they first started off, and he was 25.
Wow.
16, 25, or 16.
And her mama gave her permission?
Her mother gave her permission because she was mature and she was going to do it anyway. Wait a minute, I'm trying to give you the right age. She was 16, Corey was 27. Because Corey's 9 years old, Corey was 26. Hello, girl. She was 16, Corey was like 26. Because Corey's 9 years older than me, and I'm a year older than her. So, yeah, 16, 26.
That's crazy.
But
all because Monica was making money. So she thought Monica was mature.
Right. So, according to him, Monica always wants to fight. She always wants to argue. She was real wild. She had a serious jealousy issue. She would pop up. But, you know, unbeknownst to anybody, it was always like a fight or whatever with him. He was off and on with Dion for years before he even met Monica, and they stayed together while he was with Monica, and after he and Monica wasn't together no more, he was still with Dion. Dion is the mother of his 3 children. That's how Monica know the first 2. Monica does not have a relationship with his youngest daughter because the youngest daughter was born after Monica's situation, like after they weren't together no more. Okay, and as far as his daughters being ex-nice, yes, they are very nice to Monica. It's gonna be really fucked up. Yes, they are very nice to her, but it's more so because if whatever you can say or do is gonna get our dad out of jail, then that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna be nice. We're going to be friends. We're going to do whatever to get him out of jail. Everybody has been trying to get Corey out of jail for years. You know what I mean? I remember when Corey was suicidal when he first went to Angola. He was going to kill himself. And I was crying and calling the ward, asking the ward to watch him. They going to do what they going to do if you going to help their daddy out of jail, they be your best friend. You know? But Corey also is dealing with another chick right now. Believe it or not, it's a white girl. And she's a doctor. And I can give you information. But he has somebody. He's dealing with somebody. So he's not even exclusively dealing with Monica right now. She just thinks so because jail talk, prison talk is a motherfucker. Them niggas will tell you anything while they locked up. You know? So, oh, God, I rambled on. You didn't even ask me no question. What you got a question around?
No, I'm reading this post that C.Murder posted on the Instagram. It says, Moses, when they took me, I told you to go live your life because you didn't deserve what the system was about to do to me. So he was with Monica too. And you.
No. He wasn't with Monica at that time. At that time, Monica was with, I think his name is Roscoe or some shit like that. She had a boyfriend. She did go up there and visit him, because I remember. There was a lot of people up there to visit Corey. And here's the thing. During that time, and like my best friend, me and her talked about it, I was young. When I first got with Corey, I was right before I turned 21. I was 20. We were together all the way until I was like 26. The reason I even met him is because I've been knowing people in the industry for years. I've dated people in the industry before. Okay? So you don't expect them to be faithful all the time.
Right.
Back then, I was young, and we've all been young and dumb. Maybe my level of dumb was a little higher than others, but I've dated celebrities before. There's a celebrity in his ass, but I've dated celebrities before, and I never really questioned what he did when I wasn't around. I don't know why, and I can't speak to that. That's just the way it is. You know what I mean? Moving forward in life, I ain't the same chick no more, by far. But I didn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of like, I don't feel like Corey ever lied to me about anything. Because if I asked him, he would tell me. You know? Do I think that he was messing with my career? No. In fact, he didn't even like her. Like, they couldn't stand her over there because she busted out all the windows of his house. She busted all the windows out his car. You know, out several of his cars. She was considered the crazy chick. You know?
Well, I mean, she was 16.
A nice breakup.
I mean, she was 16. That was a grown man. You know, that energy is different.
So, she was 16. That was a grown man, but that was also 16. And I'm not saying it in a negative way for her, because I was also on Team Stupid. I didn't know of any other women, but I never asked. I never inquired. The difference is Monica knew about Dion. Her and Dion actually got into actual fights. You know what I mean? So she knew about Dion. She knew that he was living with Dion during their relationship. So ain't no way you didn't know he had Dion if she lived there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so when he would not leave Dion, you know, her whole thing was, why would you rather be with her than me? But Dion is his age. They grew up together. They knew each other. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And their breakup, according to what I was told by Greg and Sean, which is Phil, and Corey, she busted out all the windows out of Corey's house. She busted out all the windows out of his car. And what pissed Sean off and why he don't like her is because she turned around and busted the windows out of Big Mama house. And that was like
out of his mama house?
Big Mama, his grandmama.
Oh,
when
shit.
When she couldn't find him, she busted the windows out of Big Mama house. And that's why Sean didn't fuck with her. So I understand you getting mad you want to bust up your boyfriend's car, but you took it to the old lady house. Like, you thought was going to happen from that. You know what I'm saying?
Why was Master P, like, questioning, like, Monica's loyalty to C.Murder?
He don't like her. Actually, let me tell you the truth. He is actually one of the coolest people you could ever talk to. He's really super smart. And because of that, him and Corey clash. Corey feel like P doesn't know it all. And it's not that P doesn't know it all. He's just smarter than the rest. That's me. He's just very intelligent. And he's very business-minded. And his whole goal was to leave that part of his life behind him and move on. And there's nothing wrong with that. Corey's whole goal was to stay where they was and be the hood celebrities. And he was like, fuck that, I'm out of here. You know what I mean? So they never really, that honestly it felt like a jealousy thing. Like Corey, if he hadn't talked for years. The reason that P didn't like her from the beginning, he felt like Corey was going to destroy No Limit with the shit that he was doing. Mind you, while he was taken off for No Limit, Corey was still in and out of jail on other little charges in Louisiana. That's why you didn't really see a lot of C.Murder in the videos and in the movies and all that. He was usually in jail. You know what I'm saying? So he already was the brother who had the issue. And so P did say, and Corey confirmed, we know when I talked to him, like this was years and years ago, like this was back in 2001 when I had this conversation with him. It was, you messing with this girl and that can shine a bad light on No Limit because of her age. You ain't gonna never hear about people up on no little young ass girl, no, because he's smarter than that. You don't want to risk everything you work for because you want to be a fucking pedophile for a couple years, you know? So that's one issue. And then, you know, the fact that Corey got locked up back in 2002, 2003, right? So if Monica was really caring about him getting out of jail, when he got locked up, Corey had about $500,000 to his name. He's never been no millionaire. Corey's never been a millionaire. Okay?
Okay.
He had to sell everything. And I remember when this was happening. When he first got locked up, he was like, Nikki, it's cool. I'm going to go in. Don't worry about it. I'm going to bail out. We're going to talk about it. Because I was crying, like, what's going to happen? I was young, like, what's going to happen? You're going to turn yourself in? He's like, don't worry. They're going to set my bill. I'll be out, like, tomorrow. That's what everybody thought. He's going to go in, turn himself in. Whatever the bill was, he was going to pay it. He was going to be out, right? Mm-hmm. They didn't give him a bill. Okay? So he had to pay his attorney. He was paying his attorney initially when he had the money in his account. And the money was getting low. Corey sold his, what year was that? It was like a 2001. It was brand new back then. It was an excursion. He had an excursion back then, right? He sold that brand new ass excursion for $10,000 because he needed money quick to pay his lawyer. Okay? He sold the Rolexes. He was selling studio equipment. He sold his house to try to get as much money out of that as he could. He was selling everything he owned to pay legal fees during this shit. Where was Monica? Nobody found. You know where she was at? She was laying up on the Rocco making babies and all that shit and getting cheated on all day by Rocco. Okay? And when that relationship didn't work with Rocco, then Monica was start writing Corey letters. You know, and then after that, she ended up getting with Shannon. So she was married to the guy Shannon for years. And where was Corey all this time? Still in prison with no money. And the reason that he hates, you know, P right now, P is a multi-millionaire. And P would not put forth the effort to really get his brother out of jail. Probably because he thought he should be there. You know what I mean? Like, you did tell, you kind of ordered the killing. Like, if you wouldn't have said, handle that, it wouldn't have never happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would have never happened. I mean, so I remember, like, back then when everything was happening and the trial was happening, whatever, his legal team was fighting for me to testify as the only witness with no criminal background. They would not let me do it. The prosecutor side would not let me do it. They thought it. You know, like, when you're, I guess, going through trials, you have your witnesses and all that shit approved or whatever. And they would not accept me because they were, there's no proof that she was really there. It could just be made up, blah, blah, blah. So that's the reason why I did not testify at the trial. But I would have. I mean, back then I absolutely would have. And I will say that I probably would have omitted the part about to handle that. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I would have. Because back then I would have. I'm being very honest with you. Because if I would have said it, then, I mean, fuck, he'd have been gone to jail. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, so P doesn't have he's not a bad person. He is someone who just can't understand why you choose to hang out in the ghetto, why you choose to actually get an apartment in the ghetto, why you're doing that shit when you don't have to. You know? Yeah. And that's just that.
Damn, that was a lot.
It's unfortunate though. I'm looking at, you know, and I guess I can appreciate Kim Kardashian covering up her titties for once and trying to actually do some shit with her popularity. And I deep down in my soul feel like Monica's only doing this shit because she wants some dick. Because why didn't you show when we needed to pay the legal fee? Corey's attorney didn't even put forth the effort of trying to get him out in that second trial because Corey had run out of money. I didn't have no money to give him. Everybody had given him everything that we could. I'm not a millionaire. You know what I mean?
And his brother didn't help him.
But I gave them niggas everything.
And his brother P didn't help him.
P didn't give him shit. Like, I called P from Big Mama house in front of Big Mama, crying and begging, and P told me, don't fucking call me with this bullshit. He went off. Why? He said, fuck that. Let him figure out himself. Now, mind you, right before that, they had gotten into like a fist fight. When Corey got locked up, or when he got arrested for the murder, him and P hadn't talked to each other in years, like at least 2 years. So they had gotten into a fist fight, like an actual physical altercation. Them two brothers don't like each other. You know what I mean? I got a sister, I can't stand her ass. If she pulled up right now, I just look out, I wouldn't even speak. You got a sister you don't like. You know what I'm saying? So you have that shit in families to where people, you might not fuck with your sibling like that real hard. You know? But I can say as far as their relationship, they genuinely don't fuck with each other. Like, they don't like each other. You know? But at the end of the day, P was right. When he said move out of that area, when he said you've made enough money to where you can leave that shit behind you and move on, and he just wouldn't listen. He wouldn't listen to anything that P was saying. It was all his way and fuck P. And the way it was so bad between the two that they have cousins, right? They have, you know, if one cousin wants to be friends with both of them, neither one of them go fuck with that cousin. So you have to pick a side. That's how bad it was. I will never forget, and P said the most fucked up thing to Big Mama. Corey was calling Big Mama's phone all day, every day from jail. Like, that phone bill was thousands of dollars, okay? Because he would call her, and then she would call whoever on freeway. We didn't have his phone calls all day, right? So all he did when he was in the county, when he was in Jefferson Parish, was on the phone all goddamn day. But it was to Big Mama's house, right?
Okay.
So who do you think was paying Big Mama bills? He. You know what I'm saying? So when he's seeing phone bills for thousands of dollars, he was getting upset. And he told her, if you send him any more money, I'm going to have you put out this house and send you back to the ghetto. And that was the most fucked up thing I thought that was so fucked up to say to her. Because you trying to put your grandmother in between her two grandchildren. Now, it's different when you're doing that dumb shit with your cousins. You know, these cousins are Corey cousins and these other cousins are P cousins. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But that's your grandmama. She took care of both of you motherfuckers because your crack-ass mama did it. So that's fucked up that you give her that ultimatum. You know? But
permission to put this out? We need a name. We need a name for some throwback wine, some classic wine. That's what we should call it. Some classic Bordeaux wine, okay? Do you have any... Listen, I wish I could answer your questions. Can I go live? No, I can't. It's 12 o'clock. We got a long day tomorrow. Okay, listen, guys. I will see y'all Sunday on Patreon, okay? We'll do Patreon around 10 at night. Maybe earlier, around 9, okay? If you are not subscribed to Patreon, you should be. All of the exclusive content goes there first, okay? Since people are paying their hard-earned money. I wish I could answer questions pertaining to the audio that you just heard, but we're having issues with the internet. It keeps coming green and red, and we have 2 providers here. We have Spectrum and AT&T. Fuck them both. Anyway. So I apologize about that. Guys, please, thank you all so much for watching, okay? Thank you for looking at my little sweaty armpits and shit. I know it's been a minute, okay? Next week, we will get everything popping. If I'm not out of town, hopefully I'm not, okay? If you guys want to advertise on the platform, please feel free to send me an email via marketing@unwinewithtashak.com. I noticed Embrace Panchia was in the comments, okay? If you guys want to order her product, please go to embracepanchia.com. Use my coupon code below in the, not the description, yes, the description box. I think you get 10, 20% or 30% off. I can't remember, okay? It's been so long since I've actually used the promo code. I do support her myself. She does not give me free product, okay? I pay for my own Pangea wash, okay? The olive leaf as well. Please make sure to order your olive leaf. We got a lot of big reviews from people who have lupus, who have high blood pressure, diabetes. This product is very, very popular in Australia, okay? And yeah. That link is below as well. What else do I need to say? Oh, Jasmine said, please send her happy hour questions. If you guys want your question read on the channel, please feel free to email Jasmine, Jasmine @unwinewithtashak.com. That is Jasmine @unwinewithtashak.com. And if you have tips on your favorite celebrities, please feel free to send us an email via unwinewithtashak@gmail.com or hit the DM unwinewithtashak. And hell, if you didn't like this video, you can still subscribe anyway just so you can cuss my ass out. Not that I'm really give a damn anyway. Now I gotta go. Bye.